So I want to try and give a very quick update as to Pounce Tactician. So yes, the build was nerfed. This part here doesn't matter. There's enough new things in the league that have made these dogs completely broken. Um, so I'll go over a few of them. These are the things that you want to try to do for your gear. The big thing that got added were these suffixes for temporary minions. For the rings, this is like your last upgrade, and it's very difficult to get these just because you still need 2 unset rings, and they only appear on breach rings for the Genesis tree. So you can technically get your own, but it's very, very difficult. I have only seen a few of that suffix, and one of the big issues with it is that you need the where is it? You need that suffix, but you also need other stats on your gear. So it's like it's easier if you can focus your currency on other stuff first. Try to get your resistances and your stats as best as you can, and just kind of fill up the rest with that stuff. For the Genesis tree, I tried to do along this side for the rings. Um, did not have much luck. This is the modifier that you want for the ring. There's no variance on this one. It's just +1. But it's a very low chance. And it has to be an unset ring. You're better off buying them as like a final upgrade. You can mess around with belts too. I've been experimenting with this because immobilization buildup got added, which made me really happy, but I didn't really notice it causing too many more freezes with the build. This is one that you also are better off buying if people have it on the market. They'll lowball these. Uh, Life is just an extra bonus, but you mostly just want resists armor. Mana is great if you can get it, just because Pounce right now at level 40 is like half my mana. A little rough, but okay, so the rest of the stuff with the gear. So boots, let's see. So this is a suffix. If you get your ideal pair of endgame boots and you happen to get a 1, you can divine them, which I had to do to get my boots to +2. Uh, the struggle with this is that you have to get a pair of boots and then you nuke a suffix, so you have to get lucky on which roll it is. Uh, you just want energy shield and resist, and you could do a different socket here if you really want to for the 5% movement speed, because those are very cheap. I did see those. Like, I'd be tempted to do dodge distance just because the wolf dodge I think is really good. Um, but 5% movement speed you could do if you didn't want the extra energy shield. Let's see. Actually, we'll do the amulet last. So I want to talk about all of these other alloys and things because, all right, this one and this one. So let's talk about the weapon. So what I did this league, after when the league starts, these talismans for like a +5 melee are going to go from like 1 to 2 divine typically, but then they go down in price significantly. Let's see here. So what you can do is you can buy up these talismans and you can try to roll all of this stuff on them. Let's see, not corrupted. Actually, could you do 3 sockets? Okay, well, ignore that. Ignore that. Okay, 2. This doesn't matter. That's fine. But here, like 3 divine or 3 exalts rather for all of these. And so what you do is, since those are so cheap, you can roll runic ward, and that is a suffix. And what you want to do is you get this runic ward, and then you get one of these. Oh wait, no. Where is it? Literally just had it. Well, actually, I should check the price of this, because these were cheap when I bought them. Praying they're still cheap now. Yeah, okay. So I don't need to buy another one. Okay. So the sorry about that. Okay, so bodyguards, onslaught. So when you have low runic ward, so what you can do is, and this is based on your presence, so you do kind of, I would value presence very highly for your endgame scepter, along with +4 minions. Damage is a bonus, and you want it on a shrine, whatever. The exact spirit you need, I would say, is around like between your chest and this scepter. You want to shoot for about that's I'd say about 60 spirit between these two. Sorry, 160 between these two. So if your chest is giving you, 37, your scepter you want to have at least 130. That's how much spirit I have right now. This is for the primary one, by the way. You can get some wiggle room here if you allocate this just for your damage setup with your Wolfpack minions. So if I go here, that'll give you another 11 spirit. So you can use that. This will save you a skill point to have a bit more spirit there. Just if it's necessary. But yeah, so the onslaught thing. So this is, let's see here. Oh, right, sorry. Okay. I'm losing my place. So what happens is because we're dropping these banners, right? We hit X or whatever, we drop our banners. We go back here, our runic ward gets set to 0, and you can see anytime we weapon swap, so now we're on the damage setup, runic ward is recharging, the attacks per second. Like, that's a huge difference just by weapon swapping. And that's anytime we weapon swap. So, because we're doing it all the time, yeah. Okay, so that's one thing. These runes of leadership, very costly. You only want to do this on your endgame talisman. So what you do is you get +5 melee, ideally open prefix, but if not, it's not the end of the world. So the abyss prefix, they're like, do it again. Yeah, so whoops. Yeah, they're like 2 exalts or whatever, or 1 exalt. I don't know. So those are super cheap to target the prefix, and you want Amanamu. Let's see. Yeah, and that will guarantee if you've hit recently. So you pounce, your minions get a ton of more damage, and then make sure to pounce on your damage setup. I discovered you do not need plus minions or plus melee on your offhand, which is very good. Also, important note, you need 197 spirit between your chest and this scepter. Mandatory. If you're going for like the hyper endgame. It's a little loosey-goosey on the spirit for the mid game, mostly because we go refraction 2 and refraction 3, especially once we get armor. I do remember these gloves, 6 divine. I only went with these because I was dropping the old runes that I had for the new runes, because this one here is very important. Glory Generation, Rune of Renown, these are dirt cheap, if I remember right. I think at the beginning of the league they might have been at Exalt. I got a ton myself through the league, just general league mechanic, those are easy to get. I don't know why the idol, this one, alright, we'll wait on, okay, actually no, this is perfect time. So this is what you do with your offhand scepter, and this is how, like, I've got 3 items for armor, and I'm already hitting like 45,000 armor when I do all my banners. So, damage setup. Let's see. Oh, interesting. It's not armor cap. Oh, right. Okay. Charge regulation, very important. So, you have to be in bear form and then sacrifice rage for it to actually do the charge regulation stuff. Okay, so now charge regulation is active. Drop banner 1, 2, and 3. And there's 40,000 armor. And that should do the full refraction bonus for 80% exposure. And to actually get to the 40,000 armor, we use aura magnitude in 2 spots on our scepter. Life damage, really, those don't matter because this is our offhand. What does matter is we need 160 spirit or so. Like, the biggest thing is the spirit, matching the shrine scepter of our main hand, and then the magnitude suffix, which we get through this. We wipe a suffix, add this, and then for the augment, like, I think I just priced these at 7 exalts. And that you need at least 16% on this this roll, and that's to get our Defiance banner specifically to 82% for the resistances. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't, or if it doesn't get that, but like, I mean, you might as well. So other things you'll notice, the oh, right. So the talisman, +5, you get the runic ward for the Onslaught, the bodyguards rune. You cannot have runic ward on any other piece of gear if you're doing this tech. And with that, and with all of our bonuses, let's see here, if I can remember.
Need more time.
Yeah, 170,000 for a split second there on the dogs. This is without, like, attacking as well. But bearing in mind, I believe I got around this DPS, and you'll notice the attacks per second briefly at 2.48. Previous league, I know it was 3 attacks per second. and I believe the damage might have been 200 DPS, 200,000 DPS per dog in the old league, but now we're around 150 to 170,000 DPS per dog, but we have 14 dogs just because of the boots and those rings. We're still using a sacrificial regalia. If you wanted, it's entirely possible to use the new breach essence to get cannabis. Let me see here. Was it? No, no, no. It was. There it is. I mean, you'd have to spend quite a bit to do this, but if you can get the quality to 40%, it would be possible to get your minion to +4 from your amulet, and that would be a way to get around using the sacrificial regalia. If you were going to go that route, it might be possible. It'd probably be tricky, but you probably could do an armor energy shield chest, skip iron reflexes, and skip this one as well, but you would need to find another like 600 armor somewhere. Let's see. And you could also use your weapon swap. Like, this is just an option. Trying to find any sort of armor nodes. I would say these probably. This one especially, I think, if you have your weapon swap, that might work. There's a bunch here. There's 20% here. There's another 20% here. So there's options to get more armor as well on the weapon swap, but we're already very stretched thin for points. Plus, it is convenient to have a good amount of armor on your damage setup as well, because right now it's like I do this, I switch back to wolf, and I'm at 32,000 armor as a wolf, which is crazy to me. Plus 60 or 6,600 energy shield. As far as the leveling goes, because I probably should have put this at the beginning of the video, but the path you want to take for the crossbows at the beginning in Act 1, you basically want this damage node, go down to here to ricochet, and then travel along this path and grab all of these two-handed nodes, and that should get you to the end of Act 2, just picking up crossbows off the ground, life on gear, and all that jazz, lightning resist, cold resist. And eventually you just transition. You want, I would say it's about level 30, so a little longer. And you want to just follow along this path, and you actually want to get Lord of the Wilds as fast as possible. You just literally path right up here, grab this, grab Roaring Cries on your weapon swap, and grab Commanding Rage. But Lord of the Wilds is definitely first, and then these two nodes. Personally, I think you could delay it until Act 4, only because the build is very clunky until you get Echoing Cry on the warcries. You can do it the moment you get Supporting Fire and Lord of the Wilds with like maybe +2 on a talisman, +1 on a scepter, +1 on a helmet, and then try to get a +1 on your gloves and boots whenever you can, and you're good to go. But you can do it with like minimum +3, +4. And there's no real changes to the tree. I would say definitely like this is priority after you get commanding rage. I would get these nodes next, just because giving rage to the wolves, very good. Ignore all the banner stuff until you get to maps. These rage nodes. When you get to maps, you want to be doing the banners, get your third ascendancy. I still don't have my fourth ascendancy out of principle. Um, and when you get to maps, you're shooting for energy shield and resists on gear. Life is okay. Mana, it'd be nice to get on one or two pieces of gear. I would say I don't think I spent more than 1 to 5 exalts on each piece of gear when I got to maps. +2 scepters can be very pricey at league start. You can start it with +1. +3 melee talisman. +2 melee for your helmet. I think those were really cheap, but +1 or +2 on gloves might be more expensive. You have to check. And same thing for amulets. Amulets are probably the priciest thing. So let's talk about that. So I did not choose to go for the +4 minion amulet. You could. Oh, that reminds me too. The jewels. Okay. So there is one actual like big change. So I got lucky. This might not be the case. This is. I don't know why this was so cheap. I think I bought this for 7 divine. Now this is much cheaper than getting the. Let me see here. The big one we want is Vengeful Fury. If I go here, search. Holy shit. Sorry. I'm shocked they're this cheap. Okay, so the reason we get this is for the armor. If we Vengeful Fury is the armor based off of your rage. Like you get 1% armor per 1 rage or something like that. And because we get like 90 rage, and we get that multiplied by Defiance Banner, like that's how we're getting a lot of armor. So the alternative to this, I do not like anymore, and that is what's it called? Controlled Metamorphosis. There we go. Here we go. And we go medium. If I can spell, sorry. If I can spell. Medium small. Actually, these got cheaper in price, but notice the resistances. I don't like that. I know these jewels were 15 to 20 divine for controlled metamorphosis, but this megalomaniac I bought for 7 div. But seeing them cheaper, that's very promising. I would say go for the megalomaniac. You do not need this armor node. If I was going to say like budget out the window, like spend all the divines you want, get some amazing gear, drop these and get the armor. This chest piece, get the armor and energy shield base, and you might do better with that. And then what was it? And then the +4 amulet. Oh, right. The other jewels. Prism of Belief. I don't know why. I don't know how this works. I don't know why this is 1 exalt. I think I'm going to go crazy that this is fucking 1 exalt. But there you go. They fucking like. I guess people think that my build is bad. I killed Arbiter. I'm sure that Arbiter of Divinity, the Uber version of that, I still need to get a video of that. I've had like a week-long vacation, so I'm kind of out of the loop. I don't want to look at the prices of those. I'm sure I could probably buy one to run it and just blow them up. But yeah, I'm skeptical on the critical weakness stuff just because I don't have any crit. But I figure it's there. I've got the weapon nodes. I might as well put it there. And anyone that's grouping with you, I'm sure if you're grouping with the big monkey, um, having that much more critical weakness on the target probably would make that damage through the roof. Um, where was it? There was another jewel from Nothing Primal Hunger. These are still cheap as hell. If I can price check that. Yeah, these are still 10 exalts. I remember buying it for, I think I bought it for 10 exalt at the beginning of the league. This is just a point save. You can path to these as you're progressing. I like adaptive skin because we're getting so much resistance from our banners. If you get hit 2 or 3 times by some elemental damage, we already have 82, and then you get, armor applied to elemental on your gear. Actually, thinking of prices, yeah, so the gloves were 6 divine. I think only because it's high armor and it has armor applied to elemental, which is your friend. I love this stat. If you can get that on gear, it's amazing. Definitely get it on your chest and your gloves. That way you don't have to bother with the rune sockets. You still get about 100% of armor applied to elemental because you have refraction 2 from your other banner. I forget how much the helmet was. I don't want to say. This one actually probably was pretty pricey. The chest, I think this was less than 6 divine. This is ultra endgame. I'm level 96, so this is all the points allocated. Armor is your final upgrade. If you get I remember buying a 600 ES chest for it had to have been less than 5 exalts at the start of mapping. If you can get spirit, that's even better. But ES on gear, some movement speed, resists where you can get it. Okay, so the amulet, because I keep forgetting. I probably should script these at some point. So, talking about the amulet breach. So what you do is you want to go here, and we don't care about the type, but actually, yeah, why not? Let's do this real quick. So minion or melee. The benefit of having minion over melee is it'll affect the levels of your wolf pack. So the dogs that heal your other dogs will end up healing for a lot more. And we want energy shield. And let's shoot for 40, but ideally 45. These will be much pricier at the start of the league. So this is like your final upgrade. Plus you want final upgrade anyway because you're going to do gigantic following and get 10 divine or something. Why is there a level requirement here? Search again. I'm going to go crazy. Really? I'm doing something wrong. Explicit energy shield 40. Search. Amulet. Magic. There we go. Okay, so now miscellaneous. Corrupted. No. Wow. I'm clearly doing something wrong. That's what it is. He was fracturing. Okay. Corrupted, no. Okay, so what you do, I think I wrote this down in the guide, and there's a guy, I think I linked his video. I'm gonna kick myself if I don't remember his name. X, the Farmer X. He had videos talking about this for how to get +4 amulets. They added the minion catalysts specifically because of this trick, I guess. It makes sense on paper. You get the amulet to 40% quality through that essence, and then you just, because it's level 1, you use the whittling chaos orb, and it'll remove the weakest affix, which is the breach thing is a level 1. So what you want to do is you grab one of these amulets. They get very, very pricey as a warning. I believe my attempt on this amulet, the one I made, was 25 divine. So do not take it lightly. So what you want to do is ideally you get minion or you get energy shield for your fracture. So what you do is you get the magic. You get there's an essence you do. Let's see. You know what? Actually, I would say check the write-up on it, because that probably is a better way to go about it. But basically, you use the essence. The essence for the quality is a prefix, and I think you want. I used a desecrate suffix. I think they might have done it the other way around when they had their stuff for the whittling. I would say check the write-up. That's going to hurt my brain just thinking about it. But yeah, I got very lucky with this one. I had the fracture land on the energy shield. It was the max energy shield. And in my case, I chose defense because I don't need plus minions because I get it from everything else. If you, again, on the armor energy shield base, I would say that would be like, if I was going to change anything with the build, I would do that. Let's see. Let's say I can get like 1200 and then 400 here. Let's do armor applies to elemental. Let's get spirit. Am I crazy? Do I have like a god tier chess piece or something? Huh. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Like, oh, is it? Huh. Maybe I am crazy. I have no idea. Anyway, so I'm gonna guess maybe stick with the sacrificial regalia because that's a lot of evasion. Um, yeah, I have no idea on that one. But even still, like that's not too bad. 6 divine, you get some resist as well. Oh my god, that's almost tempting to buy. But yeah. So the big things are the. I like this enhancement for the amulet. Getting this much energy shield on your amulet makes it so you get like these big, like if you take this off, like that's a lot of energy shield. That's like 1400 there. So you still need attributes on gear. I think the rings are probably the best spot. I am resist capped barely. I think that if I was going to change anything, I would probably try to get a chaos resist roll additionally on another piece of gear. I got very lucky with this suffix on the amulet. Because damn, I got 2 chaos rolls on this one. And I don't think the belt is required. It was just an experiment here. You could probably go try resist with armor and call it a day. You could get more armor here on your prefix, or sorry, more armor on your implicit for the belt as well, if you need to fill up to get more than 40,000, to get to 40,000 armor. Yeah, I think that's it. The only other thing for the leveling, I posted a Mobalytics. I don't know if I'm going to update it because it's really hard to figure out what to do with it. For early supports for Pounce, I would say Feeding Frenzy and Rapid Attacks, and then choose Brutality or Cold Attunement. Make sure to pop that off as soon as you can. For your level 4 support, for Heavy Swing, and then heft for your level 5 when you get your 4th socket, but you could also go for bleed for, you want to basically make it look like this at end game. Lunar Blessing, that's when you switch out to get Elemental Attunement to get more damage on that, but this shines much better when you get exposure from your Defiance banner at super endgame. You might be able to use a different support here, but it makes sense enough for me. And while leveling, the moment you get Aang in Act 4, definitely buy a level 5 support gem as soon as possible. Just because it's like you get bidding 3, it makes your clear so much better when you get these, just to have easier access to supporting fire. It just blows up the whole screen. It's really good. Probably need to use different supports while leveling. Okay, that's enough rambling. See ya.